So, inspectors, you're coming out and you're looking at a fire escape, you look at it from downstairs. Is it properly through bolted to the building?
Yep.
Is it verifiable? It starts out as 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches solid, and then it's pounded down to round, threaded. This is a one piece from here to the end. It can bend. Can you pull it out of here? So this is a verification. In some cases, with your structural engineer signing on this, this is enough. This is other evidence of strength. Sometimes a sheetrock here. Pump a hole. Put your snake that you buy with a little camera, picture that thing, and cover up the sheetrock. Bring that with a stamp from the engineer. She's solid. Can we not load test this thing?
Yep.
So then all of a sudden now, inspectors, this is as far as you want to get. You want to look for other evidence, so you want to look for things like this. See how this rust that's starting to accumulate? You want to see, it's going to really come out and stare. So any inspector that wants to take a peek out there, tell me if anything disturbs you.
Well, the amount of rust that's there, it's kind of where it meets at the end.
Surface rust
It's not a big deal, right?
Surface rust.
Yeah, okay. Kind of
And guys, so if all of a sudden an inspector was out here, he would do this. This is a standard chipping hammer for welders. So an inspector that is either structurally, design professional or others acceptable to the building official will come here and go like this. Okay, so come and do the same thing. Somebody who wants to hammer, go in and do the same thing. And you realize it's all surface rust. It's just starting to penetrate. Surface rust is a maintenance issue, not a structural issue. If anybody wants to go pick at it, feel free. No volunteers?
no,
There's no
break it,
takers.
I buy it.
Okay, now this particular balcony, we've got the exposed nuts in here. So we've got these two, but this balcony continues on and has a couple more supports out there. Where are they at?
Inside the wall.
Yep.
Any idea on how we get to those things over there?
Through the wall.
We could have him swing down and check it out for us.
Got it?
We got a
So-
repelling operation going on now.
So with that, guys, a lot of times visually, you'll see the connections and rust, internal rust is very obvious. You don't have to it's a blowout. It's a major blowout and it stains. Major internal rust stains the whole fire escape. You can't miss it. So, but that's not your job. Your job is to write a violation because it's either looks structurally sound or it has not been kept painted. You write that violation. The rest is by the design professional or others acceptable to the building official. So now you don't have to get out on these anymore. Don't get out and go looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? Trouble will find you. The last piece of this is, remember, we got to make this a checklist item. So the first one that makes the checklist item besides the building department is the fire department. And that is you've walked into the building. You're signing off on a sprinkler or anything, extinguishers, alarms, and you're about to walk out, and we've started the Safe Structures Initiative here in the city of Portland. And what do you ask for on any event that happens on any structure? What do you ask for as you're leaving the building? Do you have a copy of your Safe Structures Initiative? Which is what? That you have 2 means of egress in this building that have been certified. This is your main stair, but I noticed you have a fire escape somewhere on the other side of the building. The guy goes, you want to go see it? Say, no, I actually don't. I just need your safe structure, your certification, and that you have a tag. Do you have a tag on that? Yeah, I do. Can I have the certificate on that then? I don't know what that is. Well, you know what? Don't start any trouble. You stop the gravy train, you're going to get somebody with an axe that's going to come chasing you from the higher ups. Just issue whatever it is so people can get back in. Don't stop the gravy train. And then on the checklist item it says, did not have a certificate, submitted in. Is that a complete submittal or an incomplete submittal? Incomplete, it triggers a 30-day request for a certificate to be ordered. A violation will be sent out by hand or by computer. And can they get in the building? Yes, let them. Will the health department let them in the building? Yes, because they're going to ask for a safe structure certificate because it's on their checklist. Are they going to stop anybody? No. The building department signs off on a permit. They ask for the safe structure certificate. And they don't have one. What do you say? Does it stop the occupancy or the sign off of the permit? No. The housing, anybody just add it to their straight safe structures initiative. So if any activity happens on a building, plumbing, electrical, they always trigger the safe structures initiative. And if nobody has one, it's just basically, the paperwork is submitted, but it's an incomplete. And that's all. So don't go looking for fire escapes. Have them find you. Through a checklist. Any party, this is the end of the class. Got any party words that you'd like to say?
No, tickled to have you guys show up and be here and come along on the walk along. If you'd like to stop back into the Skidmore room and get something in the way of sugar, fat, poison, whatever to go, feel free. There's still some in there.
We recommend that everybody grab some fattening donuts on the way out. The one thing that I will say also, just remember that this is just a continuation of many times. So if you keep positive, don't forget, any crazy idea you have here in Portland, you just throw it at them. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to change something and you think something's wrong, it's only wrong because you let it continue to be wrong. So if you don't like a system, a load test, or you don't like something, just open your mouth. Hasn't stopped us once. I mean, we've known each other for almost 10 years, and then everything that they told me I couldn't do, I said, well, Stu, guess what? We'll just keep going. And that's why, he's winning the award here in 2006. Our first award out, he's the one that's going to get it. The first one to ever get the award of basically having something to do, whether or not he got praised for it or not, because he didn't. He got beaten for it, and pushed and shoved, and so did I. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't stop, because if it's the right thing and it'll save a child and it'll save a fireman, what are they going to do? Say no? But at the same time, it's not easy. What you're about to do is not easy. These people will fight you. They will spit on you. They will kick you. You're touching my money. You're changing things around. Just remember, all you're doing is saving a life, and that life may be somebody you know. And that's all we have to see. Guaranteed, Stu and I have saved at least one life. That's all we can say. Now, whether or not we got more to save, just in my walk around, you remember our first walk around? Very same fire escapes. You will see footage of the first time we walked around, and I have that footage. It's online. We were looking at some of these, and they were train wrecks. Looks like you guys have been doing something, because we didn't walk. We had classes here. We didn't walk that far, and those were train wrecks last time we looked at them.
Yeah.
So progress, guys, has been made.
Yeah. And you guys as contractors are doing a great job helping take care of some of these wonderful special things. The saddest part that I've got to tell you is this is going to go on for years, because we're too slow getting going on them, and that's our fault. But as we get them fired up, you guys should be getting phone calls.
And if I may add one more piece, if you like work and you like progress and you like making money, Seattle, nobody's doing anywhere with what you're doing here. And San Francisco is bursting at the seams, along with Oakland and Berkeley, right? It's bursting. So if you want to go 500 miles in any direction, there's money to be made, okay? So that's why some companies are nationwide, some companies are regional, and the only thing that's different, the only thing that has to happen in some of these cities is this. As soon as the fire prevention or somebody in there gets it in their head that they're trying to save a life, things start changing. So within 500 miles, there's 500,000 fire escapes that need to be done. That's all. So if you like to travel and charge for it, so Rusty Gold.